Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday, but honestly, with the way the season is going, the last episodes tend to be quite boring. So I think we're just gonna bulk the remaining episodes. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell and leave a comment down below. Now, Andy has got to have some superpowers or something because the way these girls are just falling over themselves to be with him. I'm like, what? What is it about Andy?
What are you doing peeping and shit?
I'm not.
You're lying.
I'm like, can we not just like try to have fun and like fucking cuddle or something? Like, is it really that deep?
I would say let's go sleep on the daybed. But I'm not a petty person.
You picked me up, put me on your lap, and pash me hard. Like, we've only got a few days left in here. Like, sleep wherever you want, dude. It's not deep.
They're both saying to themselves, it's not even that deep. Like, just cuddle me. It's not that deep. Just sleep on the daybed with me. It's not that deep. But it is that deep because if he did the thing that you did not want him to do, it would be a problem. Tyra and Kale are reflecting on their time in Love Island and they decide to make things official. It doesn't count as official if it's just exclusive. They become exclusive.
My first ever photo on my phone was me and you right here.
Oh my God.
That's still my favorite day.
I can still feel the moment that I saw you.
Like, safe to say that we'd just like be exclusively seeing each other even when we leave here. So no talking to girls when I leave?
Maybe not.
Probably not?
Probably not.
Alright, I'll cut that out.
I'm really glad that they solidified things, not even because I fully believe in them, but because I believe in them more than I believe in Lucinda and Zach. And the gag is, I can still see Lucinda and Zach having a long relationship, but would I want them to win? No. I would rather root for Kale and Tyra, so thank you for giving me somebody to root for. And apparently, because we were talking on Discord, like, how does the voting work? Because apparently they don't know in present day who wins the show. Apparently they film reactions of everybody winning, I guess you could say. And then there is a public vote. And then the actual winning footage is what gets shown. Isn't that weird? To me, it's kind of weird because I feel like it's kind of a cruel punishment. Because think like, yeah, we know we're acting, but I'm kind of getting hyped being like, oh my gosh, we won. But then you didn't actually win. Let's get back to the show. All right. So the next day, they play a challenge that is centered around knowing your partner. The first to go is Chloe and Reed. Reed has had more than 5 threesomes. And Chloe's a little put off by that because she felt like Reed would be a more classy guy. Don't know where she got that impression. Next was Georgia, who says her biggest turn on is dirty talk, which I guess explains why she was really struggling to let go of Trent there. Harmony might not be Andy's speed, but they had the best score. I think they had a perfect score. They know pretty much, what am I trying to say? They know a lot about each other. Down. Okay. And then Kale and Tyra did the worst. Kale and Tyra did the worst, but whatever, it is what it is. After the challenge, both Harmony and Nakia still want a piece of Andy.
Andy should maybe listen to the truth and give it another chance.
On the outside, he didn't really see it working as much. If he was to spend time with someone, there's all reasons to point towards you.
I think there's hope for Andy and I, yeah.
All of these different avenues have led me to a place of nothing.
I get the frustration of being in the villa and everybody's loved up but you. It's kind of like, I wish that was me, right? But wouldn't it be worse to be stuck in a couple with somebody who you know only sees you as a placeholder? And yeah, Andy isn't saying placeholder or trying to make them feel like a placeholder, but he doesn't see a future with either woman. So why even entertain something? Like the girls are really wanting him and just saying, oh, it's not that deep, but like, here's the thing. I saw this TikTok the other day and it basically was like, your body doesn't know about the title. Your body only goes with the feelings. So whether it's just friends with benefits or a situationship or a full-blown relationship, Your body isn't like, oh, don't get invested. This is a situation. Like, your feelings are your feelings. So why even play with fire if you have the potential to fall for a guy who you know doesn't like you like that? Y'all should just drop it. Since Chloe is a woman of integrity, she needs to confront Reed about his threesomes.
Never in a relationship with anyone when that happened. The first one was actually in Barcelona. These two chicks were like, we come back to your room, and I was like, fucking yeah.
But you were never like in a relationship when you were doing
No,
them?
never.
Okay,
never.
right. Because I know
I think it gets messy.
So I'm happy he's had his fun. Now he can just sit down with me.
So whatever Reed's response was, I don't remember it in full, was enough for Chloe to be like, oh, okay, I guess it's not that big of a deal. What I do recall him saying was that the threesomes were just like, one, they didn't happen during his relationships, and two, sometimes it was like a spur of the moment thing. I don't know about y'all, but to me a part of me almost feels like it would be better in a relationship because you're almost being like more responsible about it. You have a consenting partner and you guys are talking about these things. You're being diligent about your sexual health. Not to say he's not diligent about his sexual health with these like randos, but they're randos. Like, you don't know who these people are. You don't know what they're bringing to you, to your body, to your home, to your, like, you just don't know. Maybe I'm tripping because Chloe was like, oh, not in a relationship, it's fine. I actually feel like it would be better in a relationship. I just think that there's more of like a thought process that goes into it when you're in a committed relationship and you mutually decide to explore bringing in a third. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I'm team monogamy anyway, so that wouldn't be my portion. But if it is your portion, you let me know what situation you think is better. At the final recoupling, everybody who you would expect to pick, everybody who you would expect to get picked by the person gets picked. You're following me, right? Okay. Besides Andy. Andy is left with the decision to pick between Nakia and Harmony, and he decides neither.
I think it would be unfair for me at this point to say that I think I'm going to find love in this villa. I've decided to remain single.
That's how he feels, then it is what it is.
Did you expect that?
No.
No?
No. You want to stay in a hotel room with me?
I didn't know you were chill like that. Two beautiful, amazing, incredible, perfect girls on either side of me.
It's not perfect enough.
I think that was the best decision, honestly. I don't see the point in dragging out a dead connection. Nakia surprised me though. So obviously she's being cheeky with Andy, being like, oh, where's your hotel room? Or, you know, like, we could still get it on even though we're not together. For a girl who's so savage, I felt like she was going out kind of sad. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I thought she would be more of a stick to your guns type of person, especially because she made it seem like she was blindsided by Andy not picking her. And then even not picking her, she still wants to give herself to him. I'm like, no, girl, what? Again, like I said in earlier episodes, if you are fully aware, get your body in line too, that this is just a friends with benefits situation, then cool. But a part of me feels like she thinks the same way that Harmony thinks and is like, well, maybe if I just break him down, he's gonna want me more than just an F buddy. Don't play yourself like that. Honestly, just don't. So after the recoupling, everybody's talking about how happy they are to be in these couples and to see the end game, whatever. The couple that stood out to me was Savannah and Clint.
You've really broken suit from the people that like I've been coupled up with in here too, which has been really nice.
Yeah.
He makes me want to be a better person. He doesn't say a bad word about anybody. And he is so open to talking about his feelings, and I have never, ever dated anybody like Clint. Now, being coupled up with somebody like Clint has just shown me that, like, yeah, I deserve better than that. It was very toxic, and that's what I was used to, and I thought, like, this is who I am, and, like, I thrive on this behavior.
I'm sold on them guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm in the minority, But seeing the journey that Savannah has been on and like finally seeing her worth, and even if things don't last with Clint, at least she's had this revelation about herself. I'm sold. I love it. Clint sounds like he's a stand-up guy. He could just be playing a game. We really never know somebody's true intentions. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I am. I'm buying the product. Sue me. I'm telling y'all right now, this is a spoiler. Skip now. Spoiler. Why? After I just said I was really buying into Savannah and Clint, why do y'all post this article on Discord talking about how Clint and Savannah faked their relationship in order to win? They are really good actors, honey, because I was buying it. And don't get me wrong, when you guys were saying you don't really fully believe Clint, I can see that. I can see it. But I also could see them working, and that's what I was buying into, you know what I mean? So yeah, definitely not surprised that things ended, but also just kind of like, dang, it really could have been something if y'all were trying, I think, at least. And then I did say we're not going to do an episode for tomorrow, but we might have to because I totally forgot about the money twist at the end. I'm going to see y'all on Wednesday. So I thought Love Island in general was done with the baby challenge, but I guess that was just the UK child. Here we are with the baby challenge. And you know what? I shouldn't even crap on it because as funny as it is for them to be like, oh, it's a baby, and we're thinking this is dumb. Like, how plausible is this? There are a lot of Love Island babies out there right now. And one of them most recently is from Australia. I forget that girl's name. Is it Courtney? Courtney had a baby with a guy from Married at First Sight. So it is possible. As they're doing this baby challenge, Trent and Tyra? Girl, what? Tyra and Kale realize that they might be on different pages when it comes to kids in the future.
You'd be the best mum, though, I reckon.
I actually think I would be
You know
too.
you would be. You're too loving not to be. I don't think I'm, like, patient enough just yet.
I feel like you're someone who would happily not have kids.
I don't know. Could you be with someone that doesn't want kids?
I honestly feel like that would be a deal breaker.
Yeah. I just hope as I get a bit older, my mind changes a bit.
So my thing is, because they are 23 and 25, Kale being the one who's 25, is it really that big of a deal right now? I don't think so. But if they are together in the long run and he still has the opinion of being indifferent about kids, then it could be an issue for sure. I mean, it's not saying he's adamantly against kids. He just is like, maybe, maybe not. And if I do, I'm cool with just one. Tyra wants more than one, minimum 2, I think she said. I don't think it's anything to break up over right now, but it's going to have to be a consistent conversation if they're going to be in a long-term relationship, you know? So yeah, something to think about. They have a psychic come in. I don't believe in none of that frou-frou stuff. I'm like, Zach, what the hell is going on? Lucinda, however, she's fully sold.
Wow, and is this like your full-time job?
It's my full-time job, yes.
Cool.
You're a double Scorpio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. I think she's a lot stronger than you've given her credit for. Don't underestimate this one.
She's just saying a bunch of buzzwords.
And I'll be very honest with you, you'll have to really work at it to make it work. Yeah.
I mean, the things that the psychic said can be applied to Lucinda and Zach's couple. But like Zach said, it felt like a bunch of buzzwords and things that were generic enough to apply to everybody, but still be kind of specific to them. And then for her to disclose like, oh, I don't even watch Love Island. I don't know what's going on with you guys. I was like, okay. I will say though, some of the stuff she did say about the other couples felt more on the nose. So with Tyra, she was told that she's an overthinker and needs to lean into her feelings more. Reed was told that he's indecisive when it comes to his relationships. Savannah and Trent are both strong-willed. Trent, man. Savannah and Clint. Why can't I stop talking about Trent? Savannah and Clint are both strong-willed and the distance is going to be an issue with them because compromising is going to be hard for either party. And then Nate is very guarded and he's analytical, which is making it hard for him to lean into his emotions. And so Georgia is feeling kind of uneasy about where they stand.
Psychic Sarah saw straight through, through our relationship. She brought up things that I was feeling and I didn't know how to communicate them.
Her saying, you're not emotionally vulnerable and, all that sort of stuff. Me, is there something I can do?
I never wanted to become emotionally vulnerable in here because it's not real life. I'm enjoying this experience to the absolute fullest, but I just know that I can't take that next step until there's more.
I want to keep working on things with him. Still think you're very handsome.
Yeah, I said
still like you.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the episode, Nate had already said it's very hard for him to express his emotions. So it's no surprise that this is the outcome from dealing with the psychic and stuff. Now, typically, I'm the kind of person who says, well, if y'all can't make it work in the villa, how is it going to work outside the villa? But so far, the concerns that Nate has had are concerns that I think that I agree with. Let's see what life is like on the outside when we're back with our family and friends and we're back into the groove of work and whatever other things we have to do in life, on top of now being people with notoriety and starting a fresh relationship. I get it. I do get it. I think that he could be a little bit more optimistic just to ease Georgia's heart. But Georgia is just such a hopeless romantic. She thinks in fairy tale land and stuff. And then Nate is more analytical and doesn't want to invest in something where he hasn't seen the full picture yet. I can see clashing in the future, but honestly, as long as they just keep reassuring each other, I think that there's potential. The person who I'd be looking at more so is Georgia, because Georgia makes me think if you're not selling her a dream, she's just going to dip out. Based on what we've seen on the show, that's the impression that I get from her. And with Nate being more of a realist than she is, she might take offense to things that he didn't intend to offend her with. You know what I'm saying? So in him just being honest about something, she might think he has a doomsday mentality about the relationship and there's no point to pursue it. And also, have you guys noticed she keeps referring to them as being in a relationship? And I'm thinking, okay, well, what else do you call it? But I think she's also selling herself on something that isn't quite there yet. And maybe that's why she seems more invested than Nate is right now. I do think Nate could give her more reassurance, though. I think he could. I agree with his stance more than I do Georgia's stance, but I do think that he could give her a little bit more to work with. Anyways, I didn't really pay attention I can't even speak. I didn't really pay attention to the end of the episode. It was Chloe doing this little picnic thing for Reed, and it's not... Listen. Chloe says it is 2023 and women can do the pursuing now. It's not a big deal. I hear that. I've seen this be a trend with Reed, though. I rarely see Reed ever do a gesture for the girls, but the girls will do gestures for him. Isn't that alarming for y'all? It's alarming for me. It is. I don't know what's the deal with Mr. Reed, but the girls will put in more effort than he does. And he just reaps the benefits. For whatever reason, they want to do this for Reed. And I'm just okay. It just would have been nice if the roles were reversed. But like Chloe said, she feels women can take charge too. So, okay, girl, if you like it, I love it. And then it ends with Tyra and what's his name now? Kale in the hideaway. Not much to talk about there. I think they had a great time. I don't know. It was Tyra's second time in the hideaway and she enjoyed this time better than the first time. So that's good for her. But yeah, that was the episode. Did they show a preview for the next episode? The parents. So it seems like Reed is going to be exposed for not being serious, which again, I don't know who ever would have believed that Reed is serious. He came for a holiday and he has enjoyed every second of it. Chloe, watch out, girl. Okay. Anyways, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one, which will be coming out on Thursday. No episode tomorrow on Wednesday, guys.